But our Cape Cod Cafe player of the game is...
Take a guess.
This man, number 15, Piccard Jacques, came into the day having a solid season.
The last couple of seasons, but this is a team that won a Super Bowl just 3 years ago.
Before they went to Division I.
1989, they were a Super Bowl winner, and they're trying to get back to that level here at Plymouth. First down and 10 after the timeout. Ball is on the Plymouth 28-yard line, and Skip Martin is your quarterback. Man in motion for the Eagles, and the handoff goes to Sado Berry. He finds a hole over the right side and is tripped up briefly before the ball slips out of his hands. Piccard Jacques, who made the hit, but
was over there. He pulled from the left side and he ended up over there. Jacques just got him, and Berry, I don't know if he let the ball go or it slipped out of his hands.
And it is Berry hit right at the line of scrimmage by Belanger and pushed perhaps for a loss.
That's a Brockton gang tackle right there. Nice pursuit on the left side.
So far on offense. Skip Martin, the give is to Berry, and he gets perhaps a yard. Plord is there.
Ball carried by number 21.
Also
Berry.
on the stop, Chris Sykos, always capable, and he is in a receiver spot now as Shenna gets the call.
And Chris Plord, I believe it was Chris Plord.
And a passing situation for Martin, who's thrown two passes into the hands of Velios. Gets the ball to Berry, and Berry has a little bit of a lead, and there he goes. He got his hole that time, and no one could get close.
Jacques. Horrible tackle by number 15. And once Berry broke that, he had nothing but real estate in front of him. He could have, he called him Musso, and just a terrible attempt for a tackle by Piccard Jacques. And I know on Monday night when the films are dissected, he's going to get an earful.
Down at 17, 20 seconds to play, and 36 yards is what Plymouth needs for the score. Martin has lots of room to run, throws downfield, and Piccard Jacques going up and over for the ball.
And Piccard Jacques, a very nice play, almost came down with that one.
Jeremy Lopes was looking for the interception, the interference call,
but
clearly Jacques was going for the ball.
Not a very well thrown ball. See, he has plenty of time too. He's got a weird wind up there. It looks like he's throwing to third base. It looks like a wounded quail.
Well, again, he was running towards his left and trying to throw, and that's very difficult for a right-hander. I don't know what kind of... Again, rolling left is Martin. Under pressure from Pina. Gets rid of it. End zone. Incomplete and a flag, but...
The ball was uncatchable, folks.
Piccard Jacques hit Jeremy Lopes. The flag flies, but I have to agree with Steve.
We saw that last week. Martin, very good scrambler.
Plymouth taking another timeout as we take another look at it now. Try to keep an eye on number 20. There's the contact right there.
He was a great player for the Vikings.
Certainly was. Set to start the second half from scrimmage. This is Jeremy Lopes pushing ahead.
Nice carry.
It was a good carry. Velios and Jacques on the stop, but 6 yards. Cod Cafe MVP for the Boxers. Stay with us as we make that selection.
Plus, we'll be talking to Armin Colombo after the game, as we did last week, and I'm sure he'll be in a little better mood if everything stays the way it is.
Sado Berry, he'll get the call here.
Nothing doing for
Trying
Sado.
to find a hole, but the Brockton defense, good pursuit. Kick. Berry picks it up at the 13 and can't find a hole up the middle. Now tries to go left side, nothing there.
Where do I go from here? How about that?
The Brockton Boxers evening up their record at 1-1. The loss to Wagner offset by a pretty solid performance. Travel to Western Pennsylvania next fall. Momentary delay while the officials get the chain gang in order again. This may be the final play of the first quarter. Thomas stopped, slowed down anyway.
As like as a Catholic memorial and stuff like that.
Is Vicky rolling left, looking downfield, and a tangle. No flag. The prep players and fans. The Cathedral bench as Landers is on the coverage with Casey Halloran.
Actually, Troy Semper on the cover.
And Izbicki wants to throw the ball on first down. Deep, deep drop. And finds his big tight end over the middle for a gain of 5. Piccard, Jacques, and Mike Land.
Eagles' offensive line doing a great job. Look at the drop, though. That has to be a 10-step drop.
That's penetration.
That's why it's only a 5-yard gain.
He threw the ball 15 yards, but only got 5 yards out of it. 2nd and 5. And a good stop again by Belanger. Stood up the ball carrier after a gain of 1. Trying to draw the Boxers offside with the count, and he'll get the first down. Thomas pays the price, but gets the first down as Piccard Jacques comes up from the safety spot.
Gutsy call by Cathedral.
They went with the same play that was unsuccessful on the first down attempt on the previous play, but this time it pays off.
Yeah,
as you see Bernard right back there in the backfield, and this time better blocking upfield. And a flag flies as Thomas rolls across midfield.
We're going to have a hold on either Turley or Terezi because there was a huge hole over there.
Like a whopper. Izbicki over the middle for the tight end. Touch.
Oh!
And just out of the reach of
Troy Semper, Velios, Landers, nice coverage. They're going for Kaczynski. He's such a big tackle him.
You look at that Boxer secondary. Landers 5'8", Jacques 5'9", Semper and Velios 5'10". And
on the Brockton side.
Okay, they've used the home side of the field. Then Thomas bouncing ahead near first down yardage and getting the Prep fans a little 8 on the first carry and a 2nd and 2. He's met quickly by Belanger, by Mosley, Piccard Jacques, and Dan Reardon, all there. But it's a 1st and 10. Thomas again. There's a flag as Thomas is hit at the 35-yard line.
Presampieri was the first one in the offensive backfield. Thomas ricocheted off him into Jacques was in there, Flanders, Belanger. Watch number big 7-0 right there. He made contact in the backfield.
Right there.
And there's a hold right there. I think it was on Mike Landers, the player blocking Landers.
Izbicki only picked up 7 yards passing in the first half. He'll try to get something here, and there's another hold. Craig Bernard.
All going to come back.
The pass is complete to Randy Terezi. It won't be good for much. They'll get about 8 more than a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 37 as the pass for the tight end.
Oh,
Kaczynski almost picked off by Jacques. The wet ball prevented the turnover there, perhaps.
Again, Anders, well, I saw Piccard Jacques, maybe Troy Semper. They were all over him. Kaczynski had no chance to catch this ball.
Reminds me of
Semper, actually 3 players back there for Brockton in football.
He's got Chris Serafini wide right and Halloran wide left. They go draw, and Thomas try to get it all back. Bernard chases him down from behind, gets some help from Landers and Jacques. And 4th down comes up for Prep at the halfback spot. Randy Terezi is there to block. Coleman is met by Belanger and Jacques and gets about 2. Down about 11 after the loose ball. Izbicki again with time. Presampieri cut down, and a short pass for the tight end, tipped away by Bernard.
How can't the referee make that call? Presampieri was dragged down.
The short kick by Bursey will give them pretty decent field position. Picked up by Dorian Hager. Watch out, he can run with the ball. Belanger from behind. Mike Landers and Piccard Jacques. Belanger, of course, the first one there. And Prep will start out at their own 27. Football game as the Boxers hang on to defeat Cathedral. This time, Steve Moses is your quarterback. And he'll throw over the middle. Almost picked off by Piccard Jacques.
Again, last week we saw Harry Izbicki go for his...
It is the tight end, Mike Kent, who goes 6'3", 235, and they go for the quick pass over the middle, but Piccard Jacques from the safety position read it very well and nearly got himself 6 points. 2nd down, actually inside the 13 for 2nd down 22. And in Fournier's place,
Rob Conrad, I believe.
It is Conrad. From Bursey. Barsamian gets it at the 6 this time, has a little room to get started. Jacques gets a piece of him and hangs on.
Piccard Jacques to the 15-yard line would not let go of John Barsamian.
It's like St.
For Conrad, Fournier again in motion, and Moses pitches to Fournier. He's got some room. Andy Fournier dragged down by the jersey at the 30-yard line.
Gain of 14. That's what we expect from St. John's.
A couple of big plays today. Passing situation for the Eagles.
Short drop over the middle. Fournier couldn't reach back for it. Thrown behind him.
Well, there's no flags on that play.
Many, many times we've seen
Quick drop.
opponents use that quick drop against Brockton. Virtually assured of an open receiver.
Sure.
And it's a high percentage pass, but this time the pass was not on the money. You see Fournier reaching back with the one hand.
Really no chance.
Really would have been popped had he caught it anyway. Quarterback for the injured Steve Moses, and he'll throw right away. Upfield for Fournier, juggles the ball, but comes away with it.
Nice play.
And out across the 30-yard line.
That's the biggest play of the game for the Prep. Biggest play of the game.
So Matt Marvin steps right into the fire.
30-yard play.
On first down from his own 2, finds Fournier over the middle, and good hands by Andy
Watch
Fournier
this
to haul this
juggling
in.
act,
1,
huh?
2, 3, 4
4,
times.
5 before he finally got it.
Marvin a little bit bigger than Moses, about 1 inch and 5 pounds. Warren, second
Haven't
down
heard the
and 10.
cowbell in a couple seconds.
Fournier back in motion, on the pitch. Doesn't have much room, and he's cut down by Velios in the backfield. Loss of 5.
What a
And Marvin looking to throw. And there was motion in the backfield, but no flag. And close to first down yardage for Pascucci. Pascucci, Marvin, a little stumble as he comes away from center, now throws it towards the right side, and caught. Terrific catch. Coming away from the center, then almost ran into his running back.
Plus he had Bernard and Velios right in his face.
Throwing on the run, and then the receiver falls down, but he makes the catch.
He's on the ground by that time. Nice play.
Killer once again. But the Boxer lead is 15.
Now Armin Colombo has all his hands people up front. You know the onside kick is coming.
We got Belanger, Shaheen, Landers, Velios, Jacques. It's a big bounce, and the Boxers will sit on it. I think that's Alan Bursey. Good reception. Has caught up with Armin Colombo, and we'll send it down to him in just a moment. Looking back at McCall and Graham, but elects to kick it short. It is touched, and it appears that Fitchburg was able to gobble it up. It looked like Philippe Feliciano.
Well, I'd like to see a replay. I'm not sure if the ball fell off the tee right there.
No, 42 carried 155, but as Steve said, it hasn't had a lot of opportunity to throw the ball. He may have to today if Fitchburg gets behind. McCall trying to get around one man, does, and now hits for the sidelines, ridden out of bounds by Piccard Jacques.
Now watch him cut outside.
Uses a little straight arm on Kenny Legault and gets around the corner before Jacques runs him out of bounds, but it's a first down on the carry.
Piccard Jacques, 17 tackles on the year, 9 unassisted, 8 assisted. Through his senior year also.
So gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 37. Fitchburg trailing by 7. And it's McCall behind the block of
we got a
flag
clip
down on the left side. McCall sticking the ball out right in the face of Piccard Jacques, who brings him down, but the whole play will probably be coming back. 48-yard line. Deep pitch to McCall. Trying to find a hole. Velios picks him up, but it appears that McCall will be very close to first down yardage.
Big hole.
McCall for the first down, but lots of traffic in front of him there as he crosses the 45-yard line.
Why didn't he go outside, though? Not using his head in view. After you make the cut, he cut inside, and that's where Brockton put him down. Still about a yard away from the sidelines. And you see Piccard Jacques there preventing McCall from going outside.
A judgment call, I think. And the passing formation, I think they called 2 plays on that last timeout. So they've got their receivers in there now, and the Boxers take a timeout. I think Piccard Jacques decided to blow the whistle, and 16 seconds remain. Unable to get anything going through the air themselves. A line drive kick mishandled by Torrance Graham. He picks it up at the 22 and then has a gap. Spins and is dragged down at the 37.
Fitchburg really hasn't started in bad field.
We've seen that setup, but it's McCall running to that side. Velios in pursuit, forces him outside. Belanger comes along and stops McCall for a very little gain.
Very impressive on the pitches. He's only made one mistake early on, and it did cost him a touchdown, but after that, he settled right down. Watch Lucian Belanger get a hold of him along with Piccard, Jacques, Velios in there. Gang tackle.
By Bolak, keeps the drive alive. McCall driving the legs. Belanger
Didn't
and
take
Bernard.
a backward step.
And Velios coming near side, but it's McCall on the carry. Velios takes a tough block, and McCall banging heads with Jacques at the 46 of Brockton, at the 38. Long count for Bolak, and McCall wants to throw it for Gelpy. Piccard Jacques gets a piece of it to knock it away from Gelpy. Gelpy had steps in the open.
Watch McCall here. He's going to send it downfield.
There's Gelpy
Nice
coming
arm.
right at you. And Piccard Jacques leaping out of nowhere.
Yeah, that ball wouldn't have been caught anyhow.
That's a fine defensive play,
yeah,
though.
very nice.
On 6, Gelpy in motion. Blitz. But McCall gets the ball and gets the first down.
Ran
Good
right
move.
by Mosley, too. Mike Landers and Piccard Jacques ended up making the tackle.
Great victory. Lucian Belanger leading. And Belanger leading the charge in the backfield. A passing situation for the first time. Gain of 2, second down 8 at the 48. And the option, Hasselbeck keeps it, gets puffed by Piccard Jacques, but is close to tight end size.
Watch
that
this
he inherited
hit right
from
up
his
there.
dad.
Dad was never this quick, though. Watch this hit. Nice shoulder pad. Don't tell me Hasselbeck didn't feel that one. I felt it up here.
Camella puts his head down and then falls backwards for a gain of 2.
This is where Brockton's...
Hasselbeck wants to get it in a hurry. Has Camella, touchdown. Then a flag right at the end of the play as McLaughlin cut out Piccard Jacques. This one will come back.
Oh,
An
my.
unnecessary block as Camella was already sprung for the touchdown, but McLaughlin clipped Piccard Jacques and the touchdown will come back.
What a play. Camella coming from left to right. The throw is right in the money. Camella never had the break stride. Now watch Piccard Jacques.
Right behind
He
the
got
official.
Right here, right there. That's a clip. That's going to come back. Severian fans aren't going to like that, but it was so evident.
A terribly unnecessary penalty for the Hawks as Piccard Jacques had no chance of catching up with Camella.
Camella was already spiking the ball. Terrible play.
I think the reason that Jacques went down so hard was because he didn't anticipate a block at that point. He knew the play was over with and wasn't prepared for McLaughlin to come in and cut him down. So it brings up the first down play. The penalty marched off from the point of the infraction, so it turns into a gain for Zavarian. Kennedy on the ball, carrying the ball for the first time, and is pushed backwards, but picked up about 4 yards before being killed. It's Camella for the carry. He leaps and scores.
Over the top.
Good hang time.
Here, talented kid, right over the top. He wasn't going to take any chances. Knew he had to get in there. Piccard Jacques met him up there. Camella took a heck of a hit there.
Now Camella, following the block of Dion Young, gets his balance and carries it down inside the 20.
Great effort by number 34.
Finally seeing
Long runner, very tough to bring down. You can't go high on him, you got to go low, but it's tough. Look at how low to the ground he runs.
Great balance. Outstanding balance to stay on his feet and pick up the first down.
Sloppy tackling on the part of Brockton.
We'll assume now that the clock is official. second down and goal. Camella close to the goal line.
That'll do it for the third, though.
Hasselbeck to Camella. Fumble in the end zone. And Zavarian has it for the touchdown.
They're going for 2.
They trail by 4 after the touchdown. Rodriguez and Kennedy in the backfield and Camella in the slot, along with Rochford on the left side. Rolling right, Hasselbeck under pressure. Hits Camella, and it's
The ball's not in the end zone.
The Boxers are protesting that Camella reached back out of the end zone to catch the ball.
The ball wasn't in the end zone. Tough officiating right there.
And remember, in high school ball, when your knees hit the ground, you're down. Even though Camella had not been touched, had he rolled into the end zone, it still would not count.
His feet were in the end zone. You can see right there. He's about a yard outside of the end zone.
Camella, no, Kennedy again. Inside the 5, but short of the end zone, and the Boxers think they have the ball. Rodriguez and Camella. It's Camella, Greg Camella. Stopped just short of the end zone on 4th down. Bringing 4th down and goal from inside the 1-yard line, or just about on it. And the fans on both sides. Camella. He didn't make it. Stopped by the Boxer defense.
And deep in their end, they need breathing room here. If Zavarian can come up with a big defensive stand, they could be right back down there.
First and foremost, 9 from the 2-yard line. The ball is loose. Zavarian has it.
Mike Bourne never knew the ball was coming to him. Mistake.
And that's it. The Boxers with their 5th consecutive victory, knocking off the previously undefeated Hawks of Zavarian High School. 26-20, the final score. That was a question mark as Costa, the pitch, and eluding one tackle, Bernard, as Velios and Piccard Jacques put the hit after a short gain.
Wow, that was a smack. They're not messing around today, folks. Jin O is going to be the other receiver.
A number of changes in the offensive lineup. This is Shane Jordan. Costa with the play action, and his pass downfield will be well out of the reach of tight end Mark Megna.
You know, in watching Costa warm up, Durfee receivers weren't catching a lot of balls. And
wind had an impact
there's the Brockton
on the passing game.
Defensive backfield. You won't see any changes there. Maybe some subs. Dan Reardon coming out. Larry Stroud coming in. And Bourne will be in and out of there all day long. Semper, Jacques, and Landers, the deep men right now.
Large numerals on the back of the helmet. So an extra tribute to his former teammate. As Jordan breaks free from the pack and is ridden out of bounds by Piccard Jacques, but appears to have the first down. 3 from the 40-yard line. Costa the give to Pacheco.
Pacheco. Belanger tried to one-arm him.
Actually, is that... Costa has not had any luck throwing the ball. His last pass was intercepted by Troy Semper. So they go to the option, but Costa wants to run with it. A flag goes down as Piccard Jacques most places. That's a good, someone in our truck, Matt Malone, reminding us that Plymouth has built a couple of good schools.
Yeah, but they're also feeling the brunt of it too. MIAA wants...
And Plymouth South was built. Costa on the keeper, second down 8. And he loses the ball. Velios has it.
But remember what I said? Bob Bogan said they're having these mental breakdowns. See who got a hand in there to strip it.
Right there.
Belanger or Mosley? I saw a 3 on the shirt. When they don't turn it over, they blow teams out.
Costa keeps it again as Velios indicated he'd go for the something out of nothing. So the Boxers kicking off. Recall that Durfee won the toss and deferred to open the game. Pacheco on the return to the 25 and stacked up there by Piccard, Jacques, and Jason Mosley. The Boxers.
It's not broke. This is the best defense in the state right now. And I don't know if too many people that would argue with that statement with me.
Now at the 36 of Brockton, 7:05 to play. The clock continues to run as New Bedford able to keep the ball on the ground, and they'll be close to first down yardage at the 30. Semper, along with Stroud and Jacques on the tack. 30 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Brockton. Straight drop. Trahan again. Goodine, a nice catch, turning the other way and getting the first down at the 14-yard line.
Right here. He's in dead man's land. This is the linebacker's man. The linebacker's responsibility is the running back. Nice job. See, Trahan's not on the money with the throws, but his receivers are making up for it. Nice grab.
I'll call it 2nd and 10, so less than a yard gained by Mendez on the play. This time Trahan keeps it and finds a big alley there as Jacques rides him out of bounds, but a first down for Trahan.
And Goodine came up with his hands up like he was, watch 86 over here. I believe it was on Michael Landers. Nope, it wasn't on Landers, but he did get away with the clip.
Lost in the background there.
Right there was a little clip on Piccard Jacques point.
2nd down, 14. Trahan looking right for Correa. Touch. Oh, he dropped the ball. What's the call? Incomplete.
Ball on the run. Yep, he just had a heart attack. He had it. Too bad.
Yeah, just never did gather it in. The Boxers will take a timeout. 20. This time it's longer. 14 yards for the first down. 15 yards for the score. And Trahan will roll right again. Over the middle, Correa, the intended receiver, and it is intercepted by Jacques. That's one you want to let drop.
Maybe.
Jacques may have seen open real estate and figured he could get some yardage out of it for the hands.
Exactly.
So a smart play by Jacques.
16th interception. They have 9 fumble recoveries, 25 takeaways on defense this year.
Correa not split very wide left. And lots of time for Trahan. Over the middle for Duclos, way off the mark, and they will call Jacques down, but it is an interception. Piccard Jacques put the knee down as he caught it, but his 2nd interception of the day stops the Whaler drive, and the Boxers take over near midfield. And it just was too far for him to even make an effort.
Beautiful block by Goodine on Craig Bernard, but watch this right here. Jacques is all alone, and nice call. He did have his knee down. Brockton possession, though.
Second half, excuse me, as the first one ended with the Piccard Jacques interception. And the passing formation in again. Duclos and Correa practically hand in hand on the near side of the field. It's JoJo Goodine for primary ball carrier since then. And the fake to Goodine now, a little play action for Trahan, and this may be, no, it's caught. Nope,
no, it's
TJ
not.
Goodine couldn't hang on. Looked as if it was a prime candidate for interception, but Goodine made a good effort. Trahan, as we said, rarely stays in the pocket.
Just a little out pattern, all timing right here. Goodine almost came down with it. Watch, you're going to see the ball hit the ground and pop right out. Nice coverage. It's just when you run a pass.
Steve Cimbron. 1st and 10 from their 46. The keeper from Trahan, now the give to Goodine on the option, and Goodine a good carry, 7 yards out across midfield. Let's take a look at the kickoff once again, number 43. And Trahan in the pocket. Correa, the intended receiver, through his hands, through the hands of Jacques, and incomplete, 4th down again.
Again, if these passes aren't tipped, Piccard Jacques had an interception. Brockton just
him warming up in the 2nd quarter, and again moments ago, Rudy Bulgar, the sophomore, on at quarterback.
Oh, he's got a wind up. He's got to play baseball.
And had some moments today, ran the option pretty well, made a couple of good short passes. Representing the Big Three Conference against the winner of either the Catholic Conference, Greater Boston League. But our Cape Cod Cafe player of the game is...
Take a guess.
This man. Number 15, Piccard Jacques, came into the day having a solid season. And the rest of the Boxer seniors
A lot of emotion running through their minds right now. Their last time playing in front of their home fans.
Secondary, only Landers and Velios will return in 1993. Belanger, the captain, Semper, and Piccard Jacques, who had a couple of interceptions in their last game against New Bedford. 9 now at the 39 of Brockton. Stanton wants to throw.
Good coverage.
Velios tangling with Pierce, and a flag flies. Both players losing their footing, and Pat Velios will be slow developing play. Stanton going end zone, looking for his tight end, Taylor, and good coverage by Piccard Jacques. Right there, step for step with Jim Taylor.
Hit it a little bit there. Stanton sets up a beautiful pass. Just a timing pattern. They know where they want to be. Watch his defense by Jacques. Perfectly timed, playing the ball all the way. Nice coverage.
Again, Piccard Jacques, 2 interceptions against New Bedford. He was our Cape Cod Cafe player of the game in our last telecast, and playing well thus far today as well. 3rd down 9 again. A long passing situation for Stanton. They will pitch on the reverse. Fernandez has some room. Taylor is tangled with Bernard, and Fernandez forced out of bounds first by Landers. You won't really get a look at it there, as Bernard just shakes Taylor loose there. And the penalty going against the Boxers will push on the move, looking to break the ice here. And Stanton rolling right, trying to get around Mosley. Mosley will get a piece of him and pull him down. Not much there. The Boxers stepping offside, able to get back, but not really in position, as Kerosy goes for 2 yards to the 3. Wildcats, as you see the rush by Kerosy into the center of the line. A couple of black shirted bodies already. That should be good for the 1st down. I've been saying 1st and goal, but with the penalty, instead of facing 4th down and goal. Stanton. Taylor, the ball carrier. Mike Taylor, he lunges forward for the touchdown.
Nice second effort. Nice second effort. Weymouth, nothing fancy here. They're just going to run right behind the right side of the line.
Watch Taylor hit the wall. He just continue to press forward.
Like a scrum in a rugby match.
Exactly. And now to the game, it's virtually stopped. Looked like early movement on the right side of the Weymouth line, but Stanton completes the pass to tight end Jim Taylor, and it's good for a 1st down.
There's that quick drop that teams have so successfully used against Brockton.
Per game. And Weymouth now with a 3rd down 7. Stanton again, the quick pass. This time it's L.E. Pierce. Wide right, the ball at the left hash mark for Weymouth. And now going in motion towards the right, Kerosy. So they flood that right side. And a 4th player in that direction, Burns. It's a completed pass to Pierce, but a penalty marker down. I think we have illegal procedure. I think Burns is smacking himself in the head because he realized he moved.
Was on the right.
I think Burns' mistake was stopping and starting. He went in motion, stopped, and then started again without coming to a complete stop. And that's a no-no. So 5 more yards will make it 2nd, or even many yards of offense. Stanton rolling right. Over the middle for Taylor. Complete and down at the 1-yard line. Nice grab by the tight end. It's for them off the field and on these days. Taylor, the touchdown, his 2nd.
Nothing fancy here. They're just running off tackle. Just carbon copy of the 1st touchdown. Taylor's got a nose for the end zone today, I'll tell you.
15-8 ball game. Stanton now from the option. Kerosy has a lot of room on that right side and picks up close to 1st down.
But he played Stanton a little bit too tight. Down allowed Kerosy to make it outside.
And a good block as well on Belanger that held him up and kept him away. 15 of the 15 Boxer points. Percy to kick off a long line drive. Taken by Burns at the 13-yard line. Burns, a good return out across the 30-yard line.
Brockton going for the strip.
Kevin Burns to the 35, Piccard Jacques with the help from Larry Stroud. Touchdown drive immensely including a personal foul call. And now Stanton rolling right and running. Nice move. And ridden out of bounds inside the 30 of Brockton. To get the first down, to keep them in a position to get it on fourth down. Big rush. The blitz on Stanton, throwing deep. Semper and Jacques on the coverage, no one there. It is a mark for 1992. Our thanks to Jim Jamoulis and the Cape Cod Cafe. Alan Bursey kicks a ground ball to the 20-yard line, picked up there by Taylor. And he's out across the 30, so decent field position for the second straight time for the Wildcats. They need a touchdown and Division I scoring lead. Stanton rolling right, throwing goal wide open. Ellie Pierce, who gets the first down into Brockton territory at the 49-yard line.
The zone defense didn't pick up on it. Stanton's got a gun for an arm. I'll tell you, he's been right on target from a majority of his passes. No one near Fernandez.
Just drilled it in there. And an 18-yard pickup from just not because of anything that Richie Bloomstein did or did not do. Great job all year long. Pierce again has the ball stripped loose. The Boxers have it.
That's another break going Brockton's way.
Well, that was the break they made. Went in there with arms flying.
They've been going for the ball all game long.
All or nothing time for the Wildcats from their own 19-yard line. Stroud at the feet of Stanton. Over the middle, tipped away by Bernard. Here. Here's the fourth down play. Stanton looking for his speedy receiver, Manny Fernandez. And it is Bernard for the second play in a row. They had to come from behind today, and they had to fight off a tough Weymouth team down the stretch. But the close in the rest of the statistical categories, but it's a whole new ball game today. Alan Bursey's kick right down the middle to Greg Camella waiting at the 10-yard line. Camella across the 20, upended at the 23 by Patch. Forney loses the ball, Zavarian has it. Camella the recovery, and the team's trade turnovers early with Greg Camella, the Zavarian captain, coming up with that one. Hasselbeck pump fakes and looks long for Camella with coverage by Semper. Camella off to the races. Semper in pursuit. Down at the 4-yard line.
Camella just plain outran Troy Semper. They went for the fake, and Camella blew right by him. Beautiful call. Beautiful play by Zavarian. Poor defensive coverage for the Boxers.
Great coverage right there as play. The pitch to Kennedy. Kennedy around the corner and in. Touchdown Hawks.
Nothing fancy, just off tackle. Brockton was looking inside.
38, Kennedy goes in motion, left to right. But they go the other way with Camella. Camella pushed out of bounds, but not until he gains a first down. Landers and Jacques on the tackle, but big for the playoff game. Hasselbeck, the short pass, thrown behind his man Rodriguez. Rodriguez hit first by Kenny Legault, and then gets help from Semper, a gain of about 7. That would have been Jason Mosley in the Boxers. Camella following his blocks over the left side. Camella! Semper again, the only one who can catch him. Troy Semper gets a straight arm, and Camella goes the distance. So it's a 95-yard mistake by the officials, giving Zavarian the ball and the touchdown.
That's just a beautiful effort by Greg Camella. He's big, he's muscular, he shows he also has speed. Brockton's in a big hole right now. We've seen him come back from bigger holes, though. They've been down before. Don't get down. Keep the emotions up.
But it's a draw play. No, the fake to Mosley. And Semper wide open downfield. It'll be intercepted.
Tipped by Pat Velios.
Camella comes up with it.
Now Troy
pinned back deep in their own territory. This is Greg Camella. Couple of attempts. Hasselbeck rolls right, has lots of time, intended for Brian Rochford, and well short.
Great coverage by Brockton defensive backs. I'll tell you, they had great coverage against Stanton last week.
Intercepted by Hasselbeck back there in the secondary, and he's on the move. Matt Hasselbeck taken down inside the 30-yard line of. You won't see the clock in this play, but you'll see the rest of it. And
another poorly thrown pass by Mike Shaheen. They should have shot that duck. Hasselbeck looks like the receiver, nowhere near Alan Bursey, the intended receiver, and he had plenty of open area in front of him. He wasn't touched until he was at Brockton's 35-yard line.
It is a Zavarian ball at the 13-yard line. Oh my goodness. Michael Bourne never had the ball.
There was a mix-up. I'm not sure who was at fault.
A huge lead here. Kennedy bowls his way across the 10, stacked up at the 7. They'll mark him down at the 8th year, but for Zavarian, they come in never having won a postseason game. They come in having been knocked out of the #1 spot in Eastern Mass by Brockton earlier in the season, and they come in knowing that George McCabe, their 17th year head coach, wants to go out with a victory in his retirement. So a lot riding on this Zavarian victory. They've played that way throughout the day, and they have a 3rd and 6 here. The pass incomplete. Camella took his eye off the ball. It was a missed extra point in the first quarter. This kick is up, and it is good. Griffin extends the lead to 17, so the Boxer turnover cost them another 3 points.
It's lucky they didn't cost them another 4 points on that. Brockton's defense came up huge that series of downs.
Belanger may have lost the ball.
I can't believe this. They fumbled it again. Who has possession?
Still a struggle for the ball at the bottom of the pile, and everyone waits the
Zavarian
ball.
Brockton's 6th turnover of the game. Unacceptable.
2nd down and 4 from just inside the 10. Camella, the intended receiver, near. Hasselbeck fakes again and has the open man, but overthrows him. Belanger, end zone, touchdown. And Brendan Kennedy from there. Kennedy hit, slowed down at the 25, gets out to the 29. Hasselbeck, the pitch to Kennedy, caught in the backfield by Persampieri, and the ball is loose.
Brockton's ball. All of a sudden, the Big Mo is with Brockton. Armin Colombo in the middle of the field. Breaks start happening.
And Belanger and Bourne into the 5. Touchdown, Michael Bourne.
Oh, baby. Just 7 yards off the season average.
Line drive by Bursey, fielded at the 15-yard line by Dion Young. Young gets a good return from his trip. Rodriguez goes in motion. The pitch is to Camella. He follows the blockers and gets nowhere at first. Reardon and then Persampieri for the loss of yardage. In that spot today. The quick pass by Hasselbeck. No, now he turns and runs left. It's hit quickly by Bernard and Persampieri of the 3rd quarter. Hasselbeck being chased out of the pocket.
He's got nobody open.
Persampieri from behind, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and long.
What a job by the Brockton defensive backcourt.
Kennedy, the ball in their own half of the field. The Hawks going for the air on 1st down. Hasselbeck hit by Persampieri, lost the ball. And one official already signaling Brockton has it. They do. Offside. Now Bursey.
Alan Bursey gets a good punt to pin Zavarian in.
They will go for the return. Zavarian will, as Bursey's kick is a good one. Back to the 5 and back into the end zone. He can't down it there. Camella in trouble. Back to the 5-yard line, and the Boxers pin him down there. Matt Hasselbeck. As Tamela, the ball carrier. The Boxers go for the strip. If the Boxers stop them on the next two plays and get the ball back, they've got plenty of time. If the Hawks continue to pick up first downs, however, they can run the clock down to near nothing. And again, the long count and the audible by Hasselbeck. He wants to put it up, and he's looking downfield. Good coverage there. Semper.
That ball was way off.
Over. Let's see what he does here, along with the rest of the Boxer defense. Hasselbeck rolling right away from Stroud. Has time for St. Pierre for the sack.
Oh, baby. How do you do? Jason Prasampi can hesitate and then go in.
And just as Mike Shaheen showed, and they give the ball to Bourne. Michael Bourne gets to the 7-yard line.
More importantly, look where he is. He's in the middle of the field.
The center of the field, the timeout called with 34 seconds to go.
Steve Pina is still in there.
Shaheen to hold.
Mosley is
Percy
still
to
in
kick.
there.
This is ball game. It is up. It's good!
Oh my Lord! Alan Murphy, the sophomore hero of the 1992 Division 1A Super Bowl.
28 seconds left. With some trouble kicking the points after, they went to the 2-point conversion. And now called upon in the most dramatic moment of the entire season. Percy comes through. And indeed, the Boxers are penalized all the way back to the 25-yard line. That was for the celebration on the field. So Zavarian should get pretty good field position on the kick by Percy now. He kicks a ground ball, and it touches the Zavarian player, picked up by Jeremy Ballerino, extra defensive back in for the Boxers. Hasselbeck, straight drop, under pressure. Now dumps it out. And did he stay in bounds or didn't he? Hasselbeck again to throw. Belanger on the rush. Belanger's got him. A loss of 7 yards back to the 45. And Zavarian, Hasselbeck has all his receivers on the right side. Has time to throw, and it's deflected as he puts it up. 2 seconds on the clock, and one last play for the Hawks. Here's Hasselbeck, under pressure, over the middle, incomplete, Boxers win! The Boxers come from behind. 18 second half points to claim their 8th Super Bowl victory, their 2nd straight Division 1A championship. Armin Colombo getting the Gatorade dump and the shoulder ride. There's your final. And if you turn the game off at the start of the second half, you never would have